Hey guys, so I just wanted to get a quick training out. If you are watching this, you have decided that you would like to earn income with AdvoCare, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 or more a month. And so when you start a business, you've got to have practices in place that, number one, will hold you accountable because you are the CEO of your own business, but number two, are going to help you streamline and make this business duplicatable so that you can teach it to other people so you can actually earn the income you're looking for. And also, it's part-time, so we want something that's going to produce income. We want income producing activities. And so there's two things that I'm going to train on today. The first is the success system tracker. It looks like this. And the second is the DMO. And that looks like this. Both of these you can find on your AdvoCare website. If you go under My AdvoCare and you go under Tools, Training Tools, you're able to find these sheets and they can be printed out. Also, if you go to championmakerstraining.com, there's all kinds of stuff there as well. But for purposes of today, I'm going to talk strictly about these sheets, and it is on the website, so there's no reason for you to have to make your own Excel spreadsheet or whatever, because that's, again, not duplicatable. I don't even know how to do that. And so AdvoCare provides these things, these tools for you to make it easier, so utilize them. So the first thing is this tracker, and when you are out in the marketplace talking to people, you need to record and write down who you're talking to. We always say you have to have a list. Who are you talking to now? Who are you talking to next? But once you have started the conversation with people, you want to write them down and you want to keep track of where they are in the success system. You think about your success system as your job description. And so if you were hired tomorrow at a retail store and they said, here are your responsibilities, well, if you didn't do those responsibilities, you would get fired. It's the same thing here. You are self-employed, so no one's going to tell you what to do. However, this is our business model. This is how people have success in this business, is by utilizing this system. And so if you don't, you're essentially just putting yourself out of work. And what happens when people really don't follow the success system is they find they're frustrated. They find that their business kind of just flatlines. So to save you from that, just go ahead and start following the success system right away. And so the very first thing on this tracker here is your one-on-one. And so I'm talking in purposes of people who are brand new to the business. And so your one-on-one is where you're sharing your story with people. Either your 30-second or your 2-minute story, whatever kind of a situation you see yourself in. Your 30-second is something quick, something in passing. Your 2-minute story, maybe you're out with a friend and you have a little bit of more time to spare. So just kind of use your judgment there. But you are sharing about your experience and what you are excited about and what you are doing. So we all know how, this is not a training about packaging your story. So if you're not sure, get with one of us and we can help you. But you're generating excitement and you're asking them, are you interested in earning extra income? Do you keep your options open to earning extra income? Are you interested in learning more about how I can help you with your health? If the answer is yes to any of those questions, awesome, you are setting an appointment. So that was essentially your one-on-one. You are setting an appointment to introduce to your coach or others. Right now, if you're brand new, again, it's with your coach. If you find that another leader on the team may be able to relate to your prospect better, by all means, but the introduction has to happen. And this is where most people go wrong, and they don't introduce and they're frustrated because they're trying to do it themselves. And this is a we business. It's not a me business. And that's a good thing because we're busy. You guys are busy. You're working full-time jobs. You've got families, you've got things going on. You don't want to do this on your own. But also think about duplication. You do not want your prospect to think, man, I gotta know all that information. There is no way I'll be able to do that. So we want them to know there's always a support team, okay? And again, you're brand new and you don't know everything about the company. And that's certainly okay. It's just like getting a job. You don't know everything about the job. It's like on the job training when you get to the 2-on-1 or the 3-way phone call. So now they've decided that, yeah, I do want to hear more. And yeah, I will talk to your friend. Awesome. So you set an appointment. Whether you're meeting or over the phone, it doesn't matter, but we're professionals here and we set appointments with people. And so once that's done, if your appointment is about the 24-day challenge or about products, you're going to send them to choosethechallenge.com. Right there. And so you say, that's awesome, great. We're going to talk to you on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Hey, before we talk, why don't you just check out choosethechallenge.com. If you have any questions, we'll talk about it then. Perfect. Boom. Done. Now, if this is about income, we're going to send them to workwithchampions.com. And something that I learned from Carolyn this weekend, what she does is, if you've never been on that website, do it. But there are product and income testimonies. And usually when we use the Work with Champions for income, go to the income testimony stories and just take a look at who's in there and get familiar with the stories, right? Because we get paid to tell stories. But the cool thing about it is if you click on, say, a football coach, what will happen is underneath it, it'll say related stories and there'll be other coaches there as well. And so what Carolyn does is she sends specific stories to people. And I love that, because what that does is it shows that you have their interests in mind and you are serious about sitting down with them and showing them why AdvoCare would be great for them and be a good fit for them. And so I love that. But it most definitely, before the appointment, one of those 2 websites you've got to send them to. Again, now this is duplicatable. So we're going to teach this to you, and what's going to happen is you're going to end up teaching this to your team. Your team is going to teach it to their team. And so this way, we're all doing the same thing. We're all on the same page so we can work cohesively together. All right, so after that 2-on-1, 3-way phone call, your friend is going to get on some products, and we're going to get them feeling good. Even if they're looking for income, we want them on products right away. And your coach is going to help you get them on products. And then a couple of days later, your coach will help you with that. And you'll probably end up sitting with them to have the advisor discussion, especially if they're looking for income. But once they have the products in their body and they understand the power of it, then you can have that discussion. So I don't want you to feel as though everything has to be done on the very first touch. If you have not heard, it takes about 7 to 12, touches before someone actually even decides that they want to get involved. And so remember that as you're going through this. So now, how do we use this? So we're going to write someone's name down, whoever it was that you talked to, and then the date that you did the 1-on-1, the date that you did the 2-on-1, the date that you got them to the mixer, which is the next step, the date that you got them to another large event, so say a BOM, Champions Day, AdvoNation, and then Success School. AdvoNation and Success School actually are the last one. And so we're just going to take this person all the way through the success system, all the way through, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. That's what it says in the middle. And so I want you to think about this too. When you start dating someone, this is something that Wayne taught me a long time ago. When you start dating someone, your very first date, you go to pick them up. You're not going to go in for the kiss and ask them to marry you right away. No, you're going to date them. You're going to court them. It's the same thing here. So don't feel like the very first time that you meet someone, you've got to have them at a business opportunity meeting. You don't. You have to invite them slowly in. You have to introduce them to other people. You have to get them on some products, get them feeling good. You have to sit down with them. You have to figure out, well, you won't be doing that initially, your coach will, but we've got to figure out how AdvoCare can fit in their life. We don't want to fire hose them because that's scary. And just think about how you were approached. You don't want to be fire hosed by anyone. So that's the success system tracker. And so just keep in mind, I want you guys to all print this out and write down who you're talking to and where they are along that success system. And this way you are able to keep track better. This is so important to keep track again, and it's duplicatable. The second thing is the the DMO, daily method of operations. And everything that's on here is income producing activities. Now, this is not to say that you will be you'll be doing every single one of these every single day. You won't. But what I like to do, when I first got started, is pick 3 or 4 things each day that you're going to do, and then do them. And this is such an awesome way to just check. Okay, I've done that. Good. I can move on. That's a good feeling when you know that you've done the work that you said you were going to do. Now you can move on. Because remember, it's part-time, guys. But doing these small things, these are income producing. This is not busy work. This is active work, right? And so the very first thing on the top is talk to new people about AdvoCare. If you're new here, that's all you are doing is talk, introduce, set up appointments. So you guys can go through this. It's on the training or Champion Makers training or on the AdvoCare website under tools, but talk to new people, retailed product, showed the Impact magazine, did a one-on-one, put somebody on a webinar or work with champions, did a 3-way phone call, got someone to an event. So it's all these things that are going to produce income, right? So I hope that this helped. We are moving fast now here, and we're all working together as a team. We have an awesome team here, and so we want to continue to train you up so that you know and you feel confident when you're in the marketplace how to keep track of people, how to properly use the success system. That's the lifeline of your business right there. That's how you have a pulse on your business. We're going to go through a whole bunch of different trainings, but if you can start your week out looking at your DMO, what are the things that you need to do that are going to produce income, and start tracking people that you're talking to and where they are along the success system, and who do you need to connect them to. I hope that this helped. You guys are champions. We are so excited to be working with you, and just really let's nail the last 90 days of this year. Have a good day.